Hey there everybody, Reed here at Orchestra Farm. Just giving you a little mid-August farm update. You can see the nursery area here. The biggest thing that's happened is, besides the elecampane, those yellow flowers over there going off, is the bed frame shade structure you see over there and the swing set. I'm going to basically abandon this area because you can see the shade right there. It gets shade so much of the day that it's not the best for a nursery. I'm not going to tell you every little thing that's happening right now because there'd be too many words to fit in with all the different plants that are happening. But have a little peek. Chamomile and some spinaches and some fennel that's going to seed and different bunches of squash. The tomatoes that are growing in here, I guess not the ones with the little bit fruits on them, but the other ones are all just from seed that was in the ground. This is an apple that I got from Costco, which put on some good growth, and got a couple Granny Smiths on there. There's some beautifulness here. The pink celery I was excited about went to seed for the most part, instead of, getting to stalks. The mulberry tree gave us our first real mulberries this year, so that was lovely to have a little bit of those. My wife says I'm supposed to go as slow as possible while coming through here. This is beds that I did a double tilling of. There's certainly still weeds that are showing up, but pretty decent. I was told I was supposed to do it 3 times. There's only so much time you can wait though, and the air is cold and you gotta get your plants in the ground. Here's our early planting area. Obviously needing some weed control, but besides that, a lot of things got stunted in the early part of the year. So we'll see, these potatoes are all ready to harvest. Blueberries in the back are showing signs of growth, so that's good. Last year of our strawberry patch right here, then we're gonna take them out, put in some new ones, or redesign that altogether. Walking across, someone with a sprinkler on, so it's super wet. The sea buckthorn is doing fantastic there. Apple trees. The little pocket pond here, showing interesting signs of growth. That's right, the water's not moving if you're noticing that. And that will for sure impact some things. Let's walk through the greenhouse here. The cucumber's starting to put on, which is great. Even though they didn't go up, that's okay. Can't always train everything. Sometimes it's better to train your kids than to train the plants. Peas are all ready to basically come out. Ooh, found a good one. The back 40, looking grassy. There's a bunch of raspberries in this patch here I planted in like March or something, but obviously haven't had time to care for them. See the elderberry in the back there with the white flowers on it? It's like doubled in size as a bush. And the raspberries that are closest to it are actually, in my opinion, doing the best out of all the raspberries that we have. And we did put in this little row here, kind of transplanting and moving them around. So I'm excited to see what that does. Some thyme and more raspberry love. Here's our token pawpaw. It's actually done really well. I'm excited about the potential of pawpaws. They grow well under walnuts and other jugulan plants. We got an autumn olive in front of us and my favorite patch of the golden raspberries. Kale, all from seed that was just in the earth. There's a little fig right there. ganjas and apples. Excited about the apple trees and giving them some more shape this next year. Let's see this though. I'm really excited about this one, which is this ultra northern pecan. Oh, it is doubled in growth this year, at least. And I got this lovely sorrel down here. I'm planting away. If you like a big lemony flavor, this is like the culinary variety, I'm pretty sure. Super delicious. Oh good, the rhubarb bounced back. It's a combination of Nootka rose and the white gooseberry. I don't know if you can catch these. Look at that, just beautiful. The birds don't seem to eat them as much, so that's nice. Whereas the red currants this year were like completely taken out. You can still see some black currants happening over here. Are you getting any of that? Yeah, hard to see from where I'm at. But anyway, the kiwi back there is going bonkers. We need to get, I think, the male. Hollis Cayley seed popped up on its own. I like letting some things go to seed here. Here's our potato patch. So basically, guys, I laid the potatoes on the earth after I tilled it up. And I did a double tilling of this area. And then I also added a bunch of manure. See my manure pile there for this year. I put maybe like, I don't know, an eighth or so of that pile into this area. All tilled in, laid them down. These guys were leggy. These potatoes were like, 10 to 14 inches long each. And then every time they show up like this, I recover them with more of the canary reed grass, so you can't see them. They're just growing up and up and up through that, which is so great. And so I'm hoping that it'll be an epic potato year. The squash that I put in a couple days later, and they're also in like a wheelbarrow load of manure per plant. We had crazy water issues this year, and so these strategies are also to just bring up the earth. I'm going to bring down a bunch of wood chips, and I've got up above. It'll go into this grassy section here, because the grass is good and all, but you know. And then my plan is to till all that. That's right, I'm getting crazy. In the fall, and let it sit for the winter. Maybe hopefully with a cover crop on it. We'll see how it goes. The hazelnuts in the background are doing really good over there. Comfrey's doing great. There's another ultra northern pecan tree. Seriously can't see what my screen is doing, but that's okay. Happy little bees and other plants all around. This is another squash patch because it's also previously a manure mound. Potatoes that were like left in from last year growing out of some of the mulch over here. It's time to dig through. You can see that the tire tracks maybe hurt some of the potato plants. We'll see. And that's a lot of what's going on here at Orchestra Farm right now. We've also got some garlic hanging up in the building there. Cleanup is slow but happening in its own times and turns. And thanks for joining us on today's little walkabout Orchestra Farm to check it out. In August, you can see the valerian flowers just beyond the umbrella there. Anyway, everybody have too much fun.